So today I'm going to be doing a video on how I prepare my medicated food to treat for internal parasites with my discus. There's many reasons you could do this. I noticed that my fish were having stringy feces. That could be due to what I was feeding them. You know, now that I think back about it, I was feeding them a lot of jumbo bloodworms, and that could just be an undigested part of the bloodworm, not necessarily a dead parasite. Also, I noticed a little bit of lack of appetite at some points. That could be due to other factors such as temperature, just the aggressiveness maybe of one of the other fish. It could be a lot of things. Some other signs may be bloated belly. I never noticed that. But yeah, we'll just get started here. The stuff you'll need is what you see right here in front of you. You're going to need a dish. Doesn't have to be too deep. You're going to need the food and medicine. Right here I'm using Metroplex. You get it from Seachem. This treats for most internal parasites. There's a dosage on here. Make sure you read the instructions fully before you use it. There's expiration date, and yeah, just talk to your pet store if you have any other questions, or you could ask me in a comment or a private message and I'll try to answer them, or at least point you in the right direction. But to get started, what I'll do is take some bloodworms or your favorite brand of food. This is just what I do. Again, I use one chunk of that. These are mysis shrimp. They're tiny shrimp from Canada, I believe. They were introduced into a lake to help feed the local population of fish, and now they actually have become, I'd say, a nuisance species. Fishermen do fish them out and make this product, so it's kind of a good thing, kind of a bad thing. And I add some of these in here. They're pre-made blended food specifically formulated for my fish, Discus. It says do not thaw on the package. I noticed that they tend to float in the water, thawed or unthawed. I use 2 of these. And then I get a nice big pinch of Discus flakes. Or, sorry, they're not actually Discus flakes, they're marine land color enhancing tropical flakes. And it actually has a picture of a discus on there. Helps enhance the color. There's your list of nutrients. So again, like I said, use your favorite type of food, whatever your fish are used to. It says use one level measurement for every 40 liters or 10 gallons. Repeat every 2 days or up to 3 weeks. And what I've been doing, I haven't noticed any negative side effects, is I use 1 scoop sprinkled across all this food. For two large adult discus. Let me give that a turn. I probably shouldn't touch this medicine, but I promise I'll wash my hands off real fast. Just want to get a nice coverage best you can. And you just let that soak in. So back to my instruction, I was saying I only use 1 scoop in my 29-gallon tank. That's because I'm making a concentrated blend that's hopefully absorbing into this food. So it's a little bit less of a dosage. Like I said, 29-gallon tank, only 1 scoop when you should be using 2, almost 3 scoops. But I've been doing this every day, and I'll continue to do it for 1 more day. I've been doing it for 3 days. I'll do it today and then tomorrow. So 5 days, 1 scoop every day. Shouldn't be too much. I also get a pipette. You could probably get these maybe at a health food store. My wife got some with some essential oils. Make sure you use a clean one, as the essential oils can harm your fish and even kill the fish. I'll just go in the back of the tank here, use some clean tank water, and just apply a drop or 2 to help that medicine absorb into the fish food. Get it nice and saturated, and I'll let it soak for maybe 5 minutes. Sometimes if you go a little bit too long with the soak, the flakes will just pretty much break down and you'll have like a soupy mess. So let it soak for about 5 minutes in this water, and I'll show you me feeding the fish with this food in just 1 second. Hello YouTube, welcome back to my medicated fish food video. First part of the video you saw me medicate the food. You got a couple of chunks of blended fish food for Discus, 2 chunks of mysis shrimp, and 1 chunk of bloodworms. Also at the bottom there's some regular fish food flakes for Discus. So this has a Metroplex all over it, which helps with internal parasites. And bon appetit. The fish usually fight over the food for a while. Then they calm down and just start eating. They'll eat all that right there. I know that seems like a lot of food for 2 fish, especially all at once. But the way I do my water changes, it's perfectly fine. You can see my tank's fairly clean right now. There is a little piece of debris down there, but other than that, my fish are pretty healthy, pretty happy, and I find this works for me. I started treating my fish for internal parasites not really because I noticed anything. I just I had fed them some worms from a local bait store, and they had gotten sick, and I had some other problems. So just to, you know, eliminate that as a possibility, I'm going ahead and I've been treating for, this is the 4th day, for internal parasites with Metroplex medicated fish food that I made. And I have actually noticed a difference. The fish seem a little bit more lively, but their appetite has really increased. Before, they might eat, you know, some flakes throughout the day and 1 or 2 of the mysis shrimp and 1 or 2 of the pre-made food, and that's about it. But I've just been ramping up their food consumption over the past couple days, and I may be overfeeding them a little bit, but I may be compensating for the food that they've been missing out on it due to their illness, their possible illness. But in the past 2 days, they have gone through each day 2 of the pre-made cubes, 2 of the mysis shrimp, and a bloodworm cube, plus some flakes every day. they're eating all of it. They're not getting bloated. They're munching right through it. They're putting weight on. I mean, they seem happy, and they're growing. This is the most I've ever seen them eat. Before, they were kind of peckish and kind of just, you know, pecking at the food here and there. Some days they would eat, some days they wouldn't. But now they're going after it. They're getting it. They're eating until it's gone. And then the rest of the day they just kind of rest. I feed them once a day, a large amount. You know, I'm changing their water often enough to where I don't have to worry about buildups in the tank. And they're happy. You can see them playing. They love playing with each other. And they love it. They're happy. These are happy fish right here. If your fish are in the corner, not chasing each other, not playing around, they're sick. There's something wrong. It's either the water temperature, the water parameters, something's wrong. They should be playing with each other, chasing each other, acting lively. They should be eating a lot of food. These are very fast-moving carnivorous fish. They love crustaceans. That's why I put the mysis shrimp in there. They love eating worms. You missed that one, just eating some eyeballs right there. See, he's chewing up a shrimp. But they should be active in your tank. They should not be just sitting around. I think I've eliminated my internal parasite problems. I'll treat tomorrow, and then I'll stop treatment. You do not want to continue this treatment for any longer. Well, until you see an improvement, treat just a short time after that, and then stop treatment. This could be potentially harmful to your fish if you treat continuously. So if you have any questions, please ask. If you have any requests, please ask. Thank you for watching.